And after his death yesterday, the response was just like overwhelming. It was all, as I said in the last hour, it was like the Pope died, all right? He was hailed as being a man of passion, very innovative, a man of great energy. He was called a patriot. He was called a happy warrior, the most effective and innovative user of the new media. It's a phrase that I saw a lot, how innovative he was in using the new media. And, they're right about that. He was very innovative in using the new media to distribute and to disseminate lies, for the most part, lies. I mean, the guy he was a right-wing extremist. He had a right-wing agenda, and he used the new media to spread right-wing propaganda, even if it wasn't true. Remember, Acorn, that was all Andrew Breitbart. And it turned out that those videos were totally doctored. Now, we discovered that too late because Acorn was already destroyed. Acorn was already forced to shut its doors. The Congress, the White House, pulled all money out of Acorn based on this fabricated video of Andrew Breitbart. And we certainly remember the case of Shirley Sherrod, Department of Agriculture employee, whom Breitbart really, really smeared by taking a speech that she gave, totally twisting it, and using a wonderful story she told about how she overcame any racial prejudices in dealing with white farmers in the South to make it look like that she was a racist who wouldn't give any money to any farmer in the South unless they were black. So if people ought to be hailed for that, then you should praise Andrew Breitbart. I disagree, and I refuse to jump on that bandwagon. Andrew Breitbart died yesterday at the age of 43, died way too young, left behind a wife and 4 children, and that is sad indeed, but I certainly am not going to jump on the bandwagon of people who said he was a nice guy and had a positive impact on American journalism. I think he had a very negative impact on American journalism, and the fact that he got so much attention and was able to get away with so many dirty tricks doesn't speak well for the state of American journalism today, or certainly the state of the new media. I raised a Catholic. I was taught the great phrase, nihil nisi bonum. You don't say anything about the dead unless you're saying good things about the dead. Well, then I should say nothing about Andrew Breitbart because I can't think of one good thing to say about him. Well, Henry, but the Lee Atwater analogy is not bad. I mean, I think is right on in the sense that, and Lee later apologized for everything he'd done. And Breitbart would have if he had lived, another 20 years or so, but he never did, of course. But it was the truth be damned. It was the conservative agenda that all that mattered, and they would say or do anything to advance it. And Breitbart was brilliant. He was brilliant in using the new media to do that and getting the mainstream media to pay attention and to repeat and reprint his lies and to maximize it. Look at the Anthony Weiner story. Look at the Shirley Sherrod story. Look at the Acorn story, right? But in at least 2 of those stories, the Shirley Sherrod story and the Acorn story, he wasn't telling the truth. That he was spreading lies. They were fabricated stories. So does he get credit for being innovative when his product, or why should he get credit for being innovative when his product was corrupt? I've known Breitbart a long time, and have seen him really evolve from a behind-the-scenes guy at Drudge, behind the scenes at HuffPost,
right,
to being Mr. New Media. Breitbart with his own site,
right,
and he did have that energy and in that passion, but didn't he use it for a lot of wrong things? I mean, the Acorn thing, it turned out the video very effective, destroyed Acorn, but the videos were all doctored.
Right, and
Shirley Sherrod lost
absolutely.
her job. Everybody accused her of being a racist.
Right,
he put it out there. And it was wrong. It was phony. So, I mean, you see what I mean?
Absolutely.
Okay. And effective, but at
right. And so
doing bad stuff.